What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today I kind of wanted to talk about, number one, the contest that's going on right now, but number two, what this actually first made me think of. So first, let's go over the contest. Today's topic, campaign progress sharing. With yesterday's update to the Void campaign, have you visited the mysterious and fantastical Aurora Metropolis yet? The answer for me is no. The stages of the campaign are somewhat representative of your game progress, whether you're a seasoned gamer or a newbie to the Idle continent. Every step you take in our game is a story we're telling. So if you guys want to participate in this, I'll try to put a link down in the description. Write down your UID and campaign stages you are on currently. A bunch of people will receive 1,000 gems and 3 cores of transcendence. Good all week. So this is the main thing I'm talking about, campaign progress sharing. While I enjoy additional campaign stages coming out and all this other fun stuff and everything, there's one thing that severely needs to change, and it just blows my mind that it hasn't been changed just yet. I think you might know what I'm talking about. Let's jump right into it. I think it's safe to say I have not continued a free-to-play series or even a spender series past about the first couple months for one big reason, and that has to do with the campaign. The fact that right here, see this button right here, requires player level to be 130 and stage 23-5 to be finished. 23-5 is not something like, it's not like it's difficult completing these. The hard part is getting to player level 130. You can see right here on our account, we got up to what, level 124, pretty much before we quit. And the reason why is getting from like level 120 to 130 has this really crazy threshold of time gaining, because the only way to level up your hero, your account, is getting this experience right here. Now, luckily, I have 3 times right now, so I'm getting a ton of experience. That gave us 2 levels, which was okay. That's cool. The big thing, though, is you can't get to the Void campaign unless you can get past this stage here. So essentially, you have to clear out not even all of this, because, you know, you see this 23-5, we're on 21-8. If you take a look, what you can see here, I guess 21-8 would then go into 22. Yeah, so we got 22, 23 is getting to Forgotten Icefield in Hell. That is, like, for some reason, the threshold for getting further on your account. That means a lot of things, though. Death, crazy, and then, of course, Apocalypse. You have to get all the way through to get to this spot right here, which is called the Void campaign. Why is that such a big deal? Well, it doesn't stop you, of course, from getting to the Void, because we are in the Void on this account. There's a lot of things we can do on this account when we only have, you know, an Eloise with V4. We don't even have our first Transcendence hero, even though we could. The issue comes into play is you can't spend a lot of your extra resources like sublimations, like scattered spirit vein, all these things we're generating now. You can't actually power up your account until you get to the Void campaign, because certain things are locked at that point. Right here, even just enabling this requires you to first have an E5 hero, which is not bad, with all Void imprints. We got that too. Void imprints are done. And Void campaign unlock. That is the big thing. Either that, or they need to take the Void campaign unlock portion off of this completely off. That might be the easier solution if they're happy with you getting to level 130. And there might be some other reason that I'm not quite understanding, of course, because it could just go right over my head. But the fact that getting to level 130 on your account takes forever. You can see how much experience you need here, which is just nuts. So actually, this is a perfect example, a perfect time to take a calculation here. 7932,713. So that's about 8 million experience. And what are we generating here? 156 per 5 seconds. So how much is that per minute? That might be the easier way to do this. So a minute has 60, so we have to multiply this by what? Oh my gosh. We gotta multiply by 12. Yeah, 12. So 12 times 156 is 1872. Well, if we take that 8 million and divide it by 1872, that turns into 4,000 minutes. Let's divide that by 60. That is 70 hours. So that's essentially 3 days per level. And that's us getting a 3 times bonus here too, which is kind of cool. That's actually really nice. But it just really drags on, because going from 120 to 130 can take like what, upwards of a month, it seems like, for a lot of people. It really slows down after 110. Even getting from like 110, because I think honestly, if we take a look at all my servers, let's look at their numbers here. We got 124, 103, of course 225 we kept with it, 184 because we were spending, 119, 160 was one of our other free to play. A lot of our accounts never make it too far up. And you can see here, the main reason why I quit this free-to-play series, even though I was really enjoying it with the Eloise and everything, is the time gating on it. Once you hit this wall where you can't progress to the Void campaign, making content on your account really dries up unless you're participating in a lot of events. And I think that might be why, because I really enjoy jumping into these accounts really early on, showing you guys the progress, how to get the best progress, and then you just hit a brick wall of time gating. And I know this might just be a problem for someone like me or people who are altaholics. A lot of you guys probably only have one single account you play, and you might not ever revisit the early game. However, I love coming back and seeing what is the new meta coming about. Will Williams be valid to be a hero you use? Do we want to make him a first Transcendence heroes? I like seeing a mix-up in the early game, and sadly, as it stands right now, there's just not a single hero that even comes close to the power of Eloise. And I think that's another big issue with how the game is progressing. If we take a look and see who has even come close to being as good as her, Williams like kind of did, Patricia kind of did as well, but it was much more niche, and building a dark hero as your first D5 isn't very valid. Betty, nope, that's a big nope. Luna, that was a gigantic nope. Heck, even Ilamok was a big nope for single target and boss damage. Gaggy didn't perform. G-Ster was like okay. Melissa was a support hero. Even heck, the light heroes, Natalie, regular Natalie was like okay, and then Yormtum was like horrible. How many heroes have to come out before Eloise isn't best anymore? We had what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It was like 23, 24 heroes. So it's been over 2 years since Eloise has come out. And she's still the best. And I think that's another really stale part about the early game. I personally love the early game. I would continuously play like the first 6 months of an account over and over and over every 6 months, and I would have the most fun with idle heroes. I know a lot of you guys prefer the end game, but this is my opinion on the early game, and especially talking about the campaign topic, this right here, the biggest thing holding back the early game enjoyment. So let me know what you guys think. Do you enjoy the early game? Do you not even care what happens in the early game at this point, so you're fine with Eloise being in the meta and us having that time gate? Let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. If you want to participate in the contest, I'll put a link in the description. I'll see you guys next time.